Welcome to Game Over Yeah, the video game podcast created by gamers for gamers, with your hosts, Leon.
Dave!
Dagbit himself.
And also guest host this week, friend and co-founder of the podcast back in the day, Dean Wards.
Hello.
Hi, Dean. He is going to be the mystery sort of picture, sort of in the corner there. But with all of us, with video here as well. So, how you doing, Dean, my man?
Yeah, I'm all good. How about you guys?
Marvellous.
Dave's stroking a pussy right now, so...
I do. I have a pussy in my lap, or I did have one.
It just went, nope.
Nope.
That's the story of your life, isn't it, Dave? Try and touch the pussy, and pussy runs away!
But yeah, I mean, this week we've got the band back together. It's been a while since we've actually been playing. No,
Playing host.
Playing host.
It's been a while.
Get into the plane!
But yeah, it's been a while since we've done the podcast, hence why, you know, I'm going, how do I speak anymore? I'm not sure how to do that. But I think we need to dive in straight away with Dean, and let's sort of get into what you've been playing, sir, because I believe that you're on the new things right now.
Oh, I've bought one of them tablet things that looks like it's got 2 Joy-Cons attached to it.
All right, yeah. What's it also known as? I can't.
The Nintendo Switch.
Oh, the Switch, yeah.
Does it work, Dean?
Pardon?
Does yours work?
Yeah, mine works fine.
That whole bunch
has any scratches on the front of it yet, because I'm a grown adult and I can put it into the thing properly, unlike some people that are reporting scratching the front of their fucking screens because they're twats.
Oh man! Well, I mean, so much so, I think they're actually looking to, in some sense, redesign the dock a little bit, because I believe that it's been pulled off it's getting the dock separately at the moment. It's been pulled off their store at the moment.
Really?
So, yeah, it has been. So it's sort of quite interesting on that kind of level what they're necessarily going to be doing with it in the future. So, but I mean, how's your sort of
insert here?
Yeah. I mean, how's your kind of experience been with it so far, Dean?
Well, so far, I've played one game.
And that will be the game that has sort of beaten all of the review kind of targets. As such, it's like the highest highest rated reviewed game in some sense at the moment.
Trump was calling fake news on it immediately. He was like, "No, it's fake news." Didn't get 10 out of 10 at all. But yeah, I think it deserves the 10 out of 10 because there's literally so much to fucking do without even going near the story. It's unbelievable.
Nice. I mean, I definitely do want to be playing it in the future, but I just can't sort of justify buying a Switch just to play it at the moment. I need more titles in some sense to attract me to the Switch. I mean, I think let's just sort of get mainly onto the Switch at first, and then we'll maybe move into sort of Zelda sort of later. With the Switch itself, I mean, how is the sort of the dashboard, the operating system? I mean, how does it kind of work?
It's very Android feel.
Really?
Yeah. Very Android feel. Well, a simplified version of Android.
Okay.
The shop at the moment is empty, and that they could have really done with putting Virtual Console on there to boost up the titles that were on the shop. But it seems a bit bare at the moment. It seems like a bit of a poor launch. But that's my personal view.
But I mean, the funny thing is though, you say, that it's a pretty bad launch. I mean, but this is the fastest selling Nintendo console in America, Europe, and Australia. That's what Nintendo have necessarily reported, and which is that's pretty big, man. I mean, because come on, the fucking Wii, like the Wii did extraordinarily well for them. So it's sort of quite a surprise that that the Switch, in some sense, is kind of taking the lead on that.
But isn't it basically the most expensive game ever? Is there any other game? Like, Dean, no. I looked. Is there any other game for the Switch at the moment?
No.
So basically, what is it? 300 quid for Zelda. That's what it is.
Yeah, but remember, this is how stupid I am. I bought both fucking versions of the game.
Oh, what? So you got it on Wii U as well, you bellend?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Have you even unpackaged the Wii version yet? The Wii U version yet?
yeah, I've been playing both.
What the fuck are you doing?
What?
At the same time.
Right. So on one game, I'm going into the top right-hand corner, but in the other game, I'm going into the bottom left-hand corner.
You're doing the foolish thing, my friend. You're playing. It's like when I go round to a friend's house and he's playing a game I really want to play, and for 4 hours I'm drinking and I'm watching him. And I go and play that game, and I got to do those 4 hours of fucking game, me doing it, and I've already seen all that shit. You're making a mistake, my friend. You're making a very large mistake.
But
Is there
I
any
did,
sort of compatibility between the two? Like you were playing on one, it unlocks.
no, there's no difference. But the Wii U version, I will say this, runs a hell of a lot better.
Oh,
Really?
that's interesting. I've heard things that it runs better when you're playing it not in the dock as such. It's just that when it goes into the dock, there's some issues with there was sort of some lag issues, which is quite weird. I thought, because apparently it's meant to be utilizing more of its power in some sense in the dock than when it's on handheld. So that's quite surprising on that kind of level.
I also had it crash on me in the Switch, but I haven't had it crash on the Wii U.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, it's optimized for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it was originally developed for the Wii U, and then obviously the Switch is kind of, they maybe ported it to it somehow.
Must
I
have
think they
done.
took some features out that the gamepad could have used on the Wii U. So they've taken those features out so that it's able to work on the Switch.
Genius.
I really like the uniform Zelda wears in it. The green really brings out Zelda's eyes. Troll comment, maybe.
If you get the green outfit,
Yeah,
We'll
also,
know
that's
he's
not
called
Zelda.
Link. I'm only travelling in an eye.
So has this one actually got Zelda in it, or is it just another Zelda title?
is Zelda actually in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You say
I don't
that
wanna
like
say-
it's like, who knows? You know, she's
don't
not
wanna say
been in a lot of them, has she?
Spoiler.
Oh, right.
Oh shit! All right, fair enough.
Is it like Grand Theft Auto, but with Zelda?
Yeah, it's like Fallout, but Zelda version.
Yeah.
Mate, Link in Power Armor. There's your game, Nintendo. I called it again. Fuck. I come up with the best ideas. It just happens. I
Is
can't
this
help
not just yet another Zelda Link's Awakening, just shinier?
There's one island that's completely Link's Awakening.
Is it?
Awesome?
Yeah.
Link's Awakening was amazing.
It was the best one.
Link's Awakening, there's literally a whole
No,
island.
it was the best one. It was a good one. It wasn't the best one.
Yeah, I think Zelda 64, and after that they
Original Zelda. The first Zelda is by far the best game
Oh yeah,
they've
totally.
ever made. Because it was the first game to ever have saves.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you don't have that, you don't have saves in a game. Boom. That's why it's there.
Yeah, fair argument. Fair argument there. But I suppose anything else to sort of add on to the Switch there, Dean? Any other sort of observations, anything like that?
Someone's managed to finish the whole game in an hour.
Zelda has a problem with that.
How?
There's a lot of them you can do this.
I don't know. I watched it and I still didn't understand it.
Basically, you pick up a chicken, yeah, and you run up a certain wall, and the chicken flies off, and you fart, and Zelda comes out, and she goes, "Well done, Link. Let's go shag." That's basically the end of the sketch.
Is this in real life? Like you just pick up a real life chicken?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it has to be from Asda, and it has to be a piri-piri version, and it's like butterflied. Like if you don't have a butterflied one, you only get to like halfway through the game. It's like a warp zone in Mario, but
Does Levi Roots bust through the wall and go?
listen. Apparently, if you play it in Nando's, it's like 20 minutes. But no one's fucking done it yet.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, other than the Switch, Dean, is there anything else that you sort of been checking out, or I suppose Zelda's taking up all your time at the moment?
It's taking up all my time because I'm playing it on two consoles.
Yeah, you crazy man.
Yeah. I've been
Did you
playing
get an
Blind
achievement
Bit
for that?
after. What did you say?
I said you should have an achievement for that, playing 2 games on the 2 consoles at the same time.
Stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Dave, you can't talk much about achievements. You should have an achievement for the last person to ever get an Xbox One or PS4. How do you still not have one?
No, still haven't got one.
They're like £5 these days, man.
Yeah,
You can get one instead of a bus pass.
Oh man.
Your cat looks so like ready to do something in the background.
That's
there.
amazing. I absolutely love it. I think Dave might have frozen there actually, but we'll see.
Let it go. Let it go.
See, that's what the cat's interested in, is the rats.
Oh, okay.
There's a rat. Boom.
There's a rat. What am I gonna do?
So you're going to get a recording. So you never know. The cat could just leap onto the cage at any minute.
Brilliant.
That is internet gold. We're
Is that
sensational.
bat out of the bag?
No, son.
Oh, man. Brilliant. Well, I mean, if we haven't got anything more to go on the Switch kind of level, I think we should move over to Dave, man. What's been cracking, man? Since it's been a long time.
It has.
Let's see what's going on games wise, my man.
I've been playing many games, not on the PS4 or Xbox One, because I don't have those consoles yet.
Ooh.
That's fine. Thanks for that game, Dee. It's really addictive. They keep doing various events. They're doing it's our birthday, so they're revisiting old events in the past. So for like an entire week, you have 3 of the old events all going on at the same time, which is great for going back and collecting things that you may not have got the last time around. Getting through on the storyline, pretty much done the main story, now doing all the add-ons to it. I'm, in terms of game level, probably about a quarter of the way through the game. I think you can get like 6,000 points, and I've just hit 2,500. So almost halfway, but not quite. So yeah, Defiant's really good, really enjoying it, and we should definitely have to get on that.
Dave, yeah, man, we need to play it again for sure, man. It's still installed on my PC. I keep it updated just in case for when you say let's play some Defiance. So you just let me know, Dave. We'll
Absolutely.
get on it.
Good stuff. Other than that, I've decided to go retro. I've started playing Wild Arms again, which is a very old PlayStation game. I heard the music. Loved the music. What's what?
What a good game! I haven't played that in fucking years.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to put
So
on
good.
my Pac-Man suit.
Oh, amazing! Yes.
Ow.
That is very cool. Love it.
Doesn't quite go with.
Yeah, I heard the music for Wild Arms and kind of put me in the mood to play it. And then I went hunting for it in my boxes. Couldn't find it. Turned out that it was still back at my parents' house in England. So my dad very kindly shipped it over for me. And so I started playing it and revisiting it and just remembering how awesome it is. Very strategic. It's basically a Final Fantasy style game. But it was kind of the very first game to do all the 3D shenanigans in the fighting, and that's it really. You control 3 guys and you go going off to see
Take 2. I'll have that again, please, Dave.
Am I losing? Are you losing?
Yeah.
Sound on me again?
Yep.
What's the islands? Internet is wonderful.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
Brilliant.
Oh man.
Do you want me to say that all again?
I would love to, Dave.
Hopefully we'll get it this time.
People, demons, taking over the world, shenanigans, demons want to wake their mum up, you play heroes, destined to save the day and kick out, basically.
Cool.
Demons want to
Did you
wake
get that?
your mum up, is all I heard at one point there.
Yeah, the demons have a mother, and the idea is they're going to have to get various items Wake
I
up
thought
the
you meant
mother.
like the demons like it's like quiet. You know when like you got to come into the house to try to be quiet, and like the demons are like wake mama up.
Yes, but that's it. You've got to be really quiet, otherwise you wake up the demon mum and she'll be angry and send you to
Demon
bed
mum
without
will
any dinner.
fucking spank your mum.
Amazing.
Other than that, Lord of the Rings. Back on doing that after ages. You know when you haven't played an MMO in ages and you decide to come back and give it another shot and then forget all the controls because they've changed everything and they've updated all the stats, and the skills and everything. It's basically playing the game.
Can
Have
you
I gone
that
again?
part, Leon?
He's turned
You
into
insert the meme where Gandalf is like, "What is this place?" Because that is basically every time I do that for a game, I go back. Like I went back to Batman, and I was like quite far into it, and obviously like I'm quite invested into like my setup for the guy, and it's like I can't take down one person, let alone 70 of them now. What the fuck?
It's the way it goes, man. It's the way it goes.
And Hearthstone, I've been doing my Hearthstone shenanigans every week. I put out a Hearthstone Tavern Brawl video, except for last week because it was the
Heroic Tavern Brawl is what he was going on there, and if you don't have enough coins, it would have cost £7.99. I'm a mind reader as well.
subtitles on this. They're also putting the price up on Hearthstone, so everything's now going to be more expensive. Yay! There's a new expansion coming out beginning of April, so start saving your coins now for opening packs then.
It's based on my favourite place in Warcraft. Like when I used to play World of Warcraft, it's like Ungoro Crater, which is almost like a jungle with dinosaurs and all this kind of stuff. And I always found it like there wasn't anything special there, really. I mean, there was bits, but like it just was the most interesting area, and it was you could get attacked randomly by a massive T-Rex. Who doesn't like that?
Yeah.
As we know,
Ungoro
stag beetles can take down T-Rexes. Go back to podcast number, we don't know what that is, but as a stag beetle at the time, that was my favourite thing to do.
There was also, on a slight tangent, going back to Zelda, a Zelda-themed quest in Ungoro Crater that you completed it and you got various...
There was, yeah, he's right.
themed that they took out, which is a massive shame because it was one of the only quests in the World of Warcraft at the time that you had to do dead. There was a guy you had to speak to Ganondorf, and the only way you could speak to him was if you were dead. There you go, but if you used information. So yes, that's Hearthstone, and finally, Dead Space. I decided to talking about ridiculously annoying achievements.
Dave, I think you need to go outside the house and start cranking the thing round again to get your internet back.
It's not my fault. It's
you chose to live there. Whenever I move somewhere, the first question, like, doesn't matter what it is, it's like, how fast is the internet? You should, like, when can you imagine they're showing him around the house? What's that potato? No, that's a router, sir. No, that's a fucking potato, mate.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is the fastest the internet the island has to offer.
And you're using all of it, so that it's fucking...
Yeah, no one else in the entire country has got internet right now because I'm using all of it.
Susie next door is missing out on her first ever season of Breaking Bad because she can't fucking get onto the fucking...
Every time there's interference, it's someone trying to download porn next door.
Dave comes in and you just say, What provider is it over there?
There you go. What?
Name and
Sorry,
shame.
what?
The provider, your internet provider.
I'm with Virgin.
Oh, okay.
Or am I? Or is it Vodafone? It's one of the ones beginning with V.
Virgin potatoes.
Dave, you remind me so
I
much
think it's Vodafone,
like a
actually.
pay-as-you-go customer that's about 90 years old, and they're like, I need a £10 top-up on O2. Your phone clearly says Vodafone written on it. Oh yeah, Vodafone, that's the one.
I was with Virgin in the UK, and I switched to Vodafone here, and it's awesome.
Gritted teeth.
It is. Good job, Vodafone.
Good job.
There we go. Name and shamed. Well, as Dave is still bit rating, let's move on to you, Mike. Man, I see. What's been going on, man?
What has been going on? All right. So basically, the other week, I played Madden for the first time. Not obviously the first time
That's
ever,
a
but
lie.
this year's Madden.
It's a lie.
No, this year's Madden. So basically, it's gone on Game Pass and it's free now. So I was like, I'm going to go and play some games. And I played 3 games and I turned it off.
What
I
happened?
couldn't work out how to get the camera settings and everything back how I liked it on the previous ones. And I don't know if it's because I had a Game Pass one rather than like the EA thing. So it used to just import how you had everything. I'm not sure if that was the problem with it. There's a lot of extra mechanics which I couldn't be fucked to watch the fucking demos for. So then I tried to play people and was like, yeah, this is not working as well. And it's beautiful. It's like, to be fair, I mean, it's an old game as such for now, but it is, you know, on the big screen in my living room, it was really like, it's quite a stunning game to watch because it's very like, it feels like you're watching an NFL game. Like, there's all the kind of the presentation stuff and all the stuff that they kind of do and cut into commercial style, whatever, is very much like that. But I just honestly, I think that time may have passed. I just couldn't get back into it. I wasn't that interested, and after a few games, I wasn't even getting beaten that badly, but I just didn't find it that fun. Apart from that, what else have I been playing? Hearthstone as usual. I tried the Heroic Brawl this week. I did okay. I think I won 6, so I got a load of stuff. Basically, the Heroic Brawl is arena, but rather than either 150 gold coins or £1.49, it's £7.99, or is it 1,000 gold coins or 1,500?
It's 1,000 coins, and unlike Arena, you don't pick cards individually, you bring your own deck. So you're using your own deck against other people's deck, but in an Arena style that you basically, if you lose 3 games, you're out.
So I built a deck I kind of built a deck on the bus because I was bored, which wasn't probably the best idea for it. But I got 6 wins, so I think you have to hit 5 or so or more for you to get the rewards worth basically what you invested. Otherwise, you get fucked. You get something even if you don't win a game, but it's kind of like, you know, especially if someone's going to pay £7 for a go at it, it's quite expensive for that. What else did I play? Okay, so I did something I haven't done in a very long time. I was at a party, and there may have been some grass being passed around of some sort, and I got very, very high, and then proceeded to play 2 hours of Street Fighter 2 Turbo and not lose a single game against a single person.
Nice.
And
Yeah, but there's that barrier, isn't there, when you do too much and then you suddenly start going shit.
it's weird because it reminded me. Like halfway through, I went, "Oh my god, this reminds me of the time when I played Pro Evo." And basically, I was never that good at Pro Evo, and I went around the house where everyone plays a lot of Pro Evolution Soccer, and I got really high, and I just found like that, you know, that thing the sports people find, like when they're just in their groove, and I just couldn't be beaten. And this was the same thing. No one was fucking with me at all. I was literally just random character. Fuck it, I'll take you on with whatever. And no one for an hour and a half, 2 hours beat me. After that, they were like, turn this fucking game off now because people were getting pissed off. So we decided to get really drunk.
What Mike doesn't realise is what actually was happening for an hour or 2 hours. He was there in a corner with a controller going, and everyone's standing around just going, "Who is this guy?" And he's like, "I'm the greatest."
And we've all heard the story of me in Amsterdam and fucking mushrooms, so that could be quite possible. But after that, we put on Micro Machines and played. Micro Machines for a good hour or so, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that, especially because it was a fucking big ass TV as well, so it just felt epic for what it was.
That's very cool. Micro Machines is a classic game.
It's such a good game. Like, I mean, that's one of the best. Like, especially the fact that because it was on an original Mega Drive, and it was with the cartridge that you could add the extra controllers into.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, one of the controllers was shitty. So everyone that, like, basically they did a thing where winner took over, like, after a series, you took the shit controller, and basically you lost automatically because of that. But no, it was really good. Like, it was quite nice to sort of play multiplayer games in a multiplayer environment like the old days, rather than sort of multiplayer really is online and everything now, and that's kind of how I always play my games.
Yeah,
but it was
I know what you mean.
Have that banter. It's like when me and you played, we played Micro Machines and we played NBA Jam and stuff like that. It was quite good to just be in the same room and having that kind of banter about it and stuff.
Oh, most definitely.
But yeah, apart from that, I mean, there was... So that night, because we pulled out a load of old consoles, what else did we play? Tekken 2.
Oh,
that
nice.
was fucking brutal, because basically it became Eddie versus Eddie every fucking game. And like, just people just spinning and luck of the draw of who fucking clipped what. Then... what was the other game we fucking pulled out? Okay, this was actually, I forgot about this. So he has a Dreamcast, and was it called Power Stone?
Yes.
We played that, and that was really good. It kind of reminded me that Smash Bros. Sort of style, because of like the items and everything like that, and like I hadn't played it since the Dreamcast was out, and I completely forgot about it. But yeah, I forgot how good a game, like how good that console was for what it was. I was looking at it like, this isn't even that bad of graphics, really. I love that console. It's a real shame that didn't do so well, and like kind of killed Sega.
It had everything. It was so advanced for its time.
And that's part of its problem.
Console, I remember playing. What was it online? Because that was the first one, basically, you could go online with, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. You could go online when no one was online.
Well, there was a lot of people online, but no one had a good internet.
Phantasy Star or something?
Yes, Phantasy Star Online. And I was like really high level on that, but the problem was you'd get in a group and everyone had fucking dial-up those days. So you'd be doing something and then you just see someone running into a wall and all this stuff, and it was like, oh, this isn't working at all. The technology's not here yet. But no, I love that console. Even like the fucking memory card, you could play the memory card as a portable thing.
Yeah,
like,
man.
That is sick. But yeah, basically, apart from that, I mean, I've just been playing random bits and pieces. But I thought that night was probably my only major gaming night of the last couple of months. So yeah, what about you, Leon? What have you been playing?
Well, I mean, just before I just sort of jump into the games, I'm now in the city of Nottingham. I have moved house successfully. I've got the interwebs, not potato web, and
that's because you haven't left the country.
Well, Nottingham is a bit back in the dark ages.
But no, I it's good to be here, and I have. Because I was sort of waiting for internet for a little bit, I did kind of play a lot of Final Fantasy X, kind of while I was waiting, because I've got it on my PlayStation TV, or rather my PS Vita, but I play it on my PS TV. And, I'm having a lot of fun getting back into that game. For those that don't know, obviously, old school sort of RPG with Tidus being your main character, and basically you're following kind of Tidus's story with Yuna as well, the summoner, as well as a few other party members as well. But I've kind of just sort of I miss because I'm not sure if anyone knows about the mini game that was in it, Blitzball.
Yeah, I was about to say it's all about the Blitzball.
Yeah,
it's basically it's Final Fantasy up until Blitzball, and then it's just Blitzball all the way.
You know what, I was talking to a friend the other day, and he like absolutely detests Blitzball, and I was just like, how can you hate it? I love it. It's so much fun to play it.
The first time I played Final Fantasy X, I didn't understand Blitzball. I couldn't get the hang of it, and I lost every game, and I'm like, this is shit. I'm never going to do this ever. And then the second time through, I was like, no, I am determined. I am actually going to make this work. I'm going to do it. And so I suddenly figured it, and it was like, as soon as you get it, it's like a sort of epiphany moment.
Yeah.
And then that's it, and just it's so much fun.
But I mean, when I was going through the game, sort of originally, because I've been playing it for a while, Final Fantasy X. It's sort of been, because it's been on my PS Vita, I've just sort of been playing it here and there, you know, when I'm traveling and stuff. But now I've got like my PS TV that sort of I picked up at the end of last year. You know, I can play it on my TV now. Finally, I mean, I suppose I could have bought it on PS4 again, but fuck buying shit again when I could just use it on that.
Yeah, Dean. Fuck you.
Then, I mean, the cool thing is, well, sorry, what I was trying to get on with the whole Blitzball thing is that I missed the Jack shot the first time round because I fucked it up and I forgot to save before. So I basically this whole time been just trying to get to the point where you get the airship so I could go back and get the Jack shot. Oh, we've lost the Dean.
He's probably fallen asleep.
Oh, there we go. He's back again. Now, yeah, you're back. Now with I've like I said, I've got the airship, so I went back, got the jet shot, and I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more Blitzball in the future. Great game. I think they did a really good job with the HD remake. I think it looks really nice, and I definitely recommend it for anyone that hasn't played Final Fantasy X as of yet. Very linear. Sort of in the sort of the whole ethos of the sort of Final Fantasy series, but definitely still recommend playing it. On other games that I've been playing, sort of on my PS4, I did pick up Enter the Gungeon, which is sort of another one of those kind of roguelike kind of games, you know, like Rogue Legacy, you know, those kind of games. A lot of fun, sort of decent dungeon crawler, hard as fuck, once again. But the kind of cool thing is that unlike Rogue Legacy, you still have to kind of do it all in one hit as such, which is really fucking hard. But you can pick up things as such that you can kind of buy more power-ups as such, but it's not like that you get those power-ups. It's more that the fact that you then have it goes into the pool as such of, you know, certain rewards, certain items that you can pick up during it. Which is, I think is quite a nice addition. There's also, like 4 different characters that you can be in it. I usually always just be the soldier kind of type guy there, just because of the fact that he's got a helmet as such, which, gives him, sort of an extra sort of bit of armor. And when you kind of when you take damage, it actually sort of throws sort of everyone back on that sort of original shield in the first place. I definitely recommend sort of checking it out. It, like I said, hard as fuck, but I seem to really like those kind of games and get very frustrated at the same time. But sort of moving on to sort of more the heavier games that I've kind of been playing a lot recently. I know I was playing sort of Halo Wars Definitive Edition sort of on the early access, because I did buy the Halo Wars 2 Ultimate Edition to be able to just get Halo Wars Definitive Edition, really. That was all I was really cared about. I didn't really care much about Halo Wars 2. But I've been playing it a lot, but the only problem is that a lot of people are not really playing that one online, because obviously Halo Wars 2's there, so people are actually going to that. The other annoying thing that they've got with the Halo Wars Definitive Edition is that there isn't any like ranking as such on the multiplayer. It's just a server browser, so you just kind of put in what you want, and then you'll see who's listed. And literally every time that I've been online, there's been no one in the server browser.
Oh wow!
Which fucking sucks. Because that's my game. I absolutely owned on that game back on Xbox 360 back in the day.
Do you think people will go back to it after a while?
The problem is with the Halo Wars Definitive Edition one is that the only way to get the Definitive Edition is that you need to buy the Ultimate Edition of Halo Wars 2. So that kind of shortens the player base quite a lot. But the good thing is that if you are on Xbox One and you have got the original Halo Wars, like you bought it on like the Xbox 360 Marketplace, or if you have the disc as such, it is backwards compatible. So a lot of people are actually just playing it on that instead, which makes a lot more sense. So I think when I get an Xbox One eventually, I'm going to be picking up a copy of Halo Wars again for Xbox 360. I know I should have it around somewhere, but fuck knows where that shit is. Probably still at my mum's. But I went to try and play Halo Wars 2, and I literally couldn't run it on my computer because the graphics demands on that game are fucking ridiculous. So much so that because I was like, but I really do want to give it a shot. I bought a new graphics card, so I've got a GeForce GTX 750 Ti. It's got 4 gigabytes of video RAM. It's not too bad. It's sort of like the mid-range kind of card at the moment. I can't necessarily still run things on like Ultra or anything like that, but there's sort of plenty of games that I'm definitely noticing a massive improvement on, and I can actually fucking run Halo Wars 2 properly now, where it was just stuttery as fuck on my old, I think it was a AMD Radeon HD. It was the 5200 series. It was fucking old as fuck. 2 gigabytes of video. In fact, it was 1 gigabyte of video RAM even. And
Jesus.
Yeah, it just wasn't performing for that. But, I'm glad to have this new card now because it's actually performing pretty well. But I did do a massive oversight on getting my graphics card and didn't realise that where because it needs a 6-pin power kind of thing on it. It's on the sort of outside instead of being on the inside. So it's, when you're usually installing a graphics card, it'll usually be in the case as such, where this one is facing out, and I can't actually close the lids on my fucking PC anymore because I've got a case fan there and it just grinds against it. So it's just great. So now I've basically got the side of my PC just sort of resting on the side of my computer.
But think of it as extra cooling.
Well, yeah, definitely, but I'm sure it's probably sucking in a lot more dust as well from the carpet, which is lovely. But
Lovely.
That's what you want. You want extra dust in your system, don't you?
Well, that's the next thing to buy is a proper case for it.
I'm going to have to now. I think, looking at it now, I'm probably going to have to update my processor soon because, I've got an i7, but it's I think it's 2nd or 3rd gen. And yeah, it's really starting to fall behind a little bit now, which is for fuck's sake. And I really need to upgrade my hard drives as well. But for now, everything's running nicely. I mean, I was playing Elite Dangerous the other day on Facebook, and I am running that at a solid 60 FPS, never drops, and that's I'm loving that big time. So the card is doing its desired job at the moment. Oh. But yeah, I mean, that's it on the games front for me. I mean, there is some other games, but it would take me too long to go through all of them. I've been playing a lot of games in my sort of downtime, waiting for the internet as such. But I will get onto them more in the sort of the weeks to come, because we are going to be back weekly, which is amazing. I am loving it. So let's get into some news. Now, has anyone checked out the Mass Effect Andromeda launch trailer?
No.
No.
definitely worth checking it out. Other than just that fucking song that is on everything at the moment. That is it Human by Rag and Bone Man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I swear,
right, yeah.
that song is on fucking every trailer at the moment. It's just
You love it.
No,
You love it, you say.
No, I don't. No, I don't. It's fucking everywhere. Like, I'm done with that song now. Just move on.
He's got a great beard.
I'm not denying that at all. I think it's a fantastic beard.
If the trailer had the beard, would you let the song go on?
The trailer has got a beard, isn't it?
Doesn't have that beard, though, Dean. Doesn't have that beard. That's a rag and bone beard.
But I mean, that game's coming soon, and I could not be more hyped about that game for sure. Like, just because, I've got, even though I fucking hated the first Mass Effect, but the second and third, of that series, I spent countless hours on that game. So I'm looking forward to, exploring a whole new story, with Andromeda.
I really want it because I've never played a Mass Effect game, and like it's one of those things. Like I can't go and play one of the Mass Effect games now because of like that syndrome of you play an older game and it's like just so dated. It's like, oh god. But like that's why I'm really excited because I always wanted to. I just never got around to playing one of them.
I started playing the first one. I think I did the first area, and that was it. I've never played the second one or the third one, so I should really go back and get on that.
Seriously, try the second and third because they are so much better. Because I remember I think it was back in the day of Blockbuster, even Dean maybe, playing the first Mass Effect and going, what the fuck is this? I was just like I can't be dealing with it. It didn't feel right for me. But then I don't know. I picked up Mass Effect 2 and. It is an incredible game, and like it is within the Origin Access bundle. So you can pay $3.99 for a month as such, and you can get that with a host of many other games from EA, and it's a really fucking good deal as well. So, and it's for the Mass Effect games as well. It's like the collector's editions kind of thing. So you've got everything, all of the DLC as such as well. So, if you just want to play it for 1 month, $3.99, why not? I think it's a worthy thing to be able to pay to play that game for sure. But moving on to sort of other kind of videos that have been out recently. Now we've kind of seen about Middle-earth Shadow of War. They've released like a 15-minute gameplay demo.
Yes,
and like. It looks really fucking good. I mean, the Nemesis 2.0 system's looking really good as well. They've got a lot more, sort of areas and like things to kind of explore, which, definitely looks interesting. And I think the other thing that kind of interests me as well is that it's technically no one's going to be necessarily playing the same game because of the way the Nemesis system works. Because, it kind of adds that extra narratives, depending on who's in your party and stuff like that. It means that, they could necessarily defect, they could be something that you'll have to go up against in the future. You can get, the bad guys and sometimes to defect to your kind of thing as well. There's definitely a lot there. It looks very interesting, but I must admit, I really didn't like the last one. Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
I tried playing it and I just got bored because the narrative wasn't there for me.
Wasn't it the one that if you went off and were busily killing things, then they were just getting harder and harder? So actually, when you went back to the story mode, you just got your ass handed to you.
It's pretty much. It was pretty much like that, and I think maybe it just got too difficult for me, and I was like, "Fuck this shit." It might have been that, but I don't know. This gameplay demo is definitely piquing my interest, though. So I'll be interested to see more of it in the future. I mean, did any of you guys check out the gameplay demo at all?
Yeah, I it was one of those ones that I was like, yeah, I'm pretty interested in this. It looks nice. It's the thing is like, if they can get the story side of things right on that kind of a game, there is so much lore behind it and whatever. It's it can win if it's got a good gameplay behind it. I remember playing Shadow of Mordor, and I had the same kind of problem where basically if you lost to certain bosses enough, they kept upgrading. So basically they become really, really difficult to beat. And it was like, well, I've just made my game too hard for me to actually do now. But no, I mean, I think it'll be a game I probably would have to pick up. I mean, it's one of those weird ones. It's been a while since there's been a game that I'm like, I have to go and pick that up. There is a game I have to go and pick up, but I don't have the right console for it, and it's driving me nuts right now. And like I said before we started, I'm going to have to go and buy a PS4 because I want to play Horizon so badly.
It looks so good. I really want to play that game big time.
I think you guys need to swap consoles. You need the Xbox One for Halo Wars, and you need the PS4 for Horizon. So you just swap consoles over.
One of the guys I work with was like, I can lend you my PS4. And I was like, yeah, but then like, my save sort of thing. And like, if I want to play it later and, you know... I'm just tempted to just go and buy a fucking console.
Just do it, mate. Do it. Go and buy a PS4, man. I want to play some games with you as well, dude. So just get one, man.
All right.
Do it. Just get it done, mate. Get it
We'll
done.
find a good deal.
I've got all three. Look at me.
You fucking crazy fucker.
I have none. Yeah, mate, you need to go buy a PS4 because if I buy a PS4 before you do, then you'll never live that down.
That's true. To be fair,
you did have one.
I've had two.
Oh,
so...
yeah, shit, you have as well, yeah.
Yeah. Got one, got rid of it. Got another one, got rid of it. The thing is, like,
PS4,
my Xbox I'd never sell because there were so many things on there that I was like, the PS4, there's too many games that I never just got involved with. Like, I think I need to, there are games that would make me buy a PS4. Like, I would quite like to do, what's the Nathan Drake one?
Uncharted.
I would like to do that because I like the first one of that, and I quite like Tomb Raider style games and stuff like that. This is like one of those games I'm like, even when we saw it, you know, I remember talking about E3 and we're like, yeah, and then I was like, yeah, but you know me, I missed the skepticism of himself. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be shit though. And then I'm seeing all the reviews and it's like 9s and stuff, and I'm like, you fuck! Why couldn't it have been bad so I don't have to go and spank my money? And you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm not going to go and buy a normal PS4, am I? This is Stag Beetle here, so I'm going to go, I'm going to need a PS4 Pro, and then I'm going to need this and all this stuff, so I'm going to have to go and spank some money on it. But I think I have 5 days holiday at the end of the month. You know, it's been a while since, like, the last time I did my holiday, in fact... God, that shows you how long it's been since I've had some time off. My last proper holiday was when Fallout 4 came out. So, it's been a while since Mike's got really, really drunk in his room with a fucking game, and this could be the one. So, I might have to do it.
Well, I mean, on that PS4 kind of level, there has been an update recently. It's the 4.5 update. I think the key things that I'm kind of interested in that 4.5 update is that for remote play on PC, so you're remote connecting to your PS4, they've actually added voice chat now, so I can use my lovely microphone here and my headphones as such now, instead of having to, you know, it was kind of really annoying because, like, if I wanted to party up with anyone, I'd need to make sure that I was close enough to my PS4 and use a Bluetooth headset down there. But now I can literally do it all the way, all on my PC, and it works surprisingly well as well. So that's sort of a really good addition. Other things that they've done is that they've improved the 2D images on PSVR, because apparently when they kind of went back to the home screen, the resolution was a lot lower than it would be necessarily in the game, but they've improved that. They've also sort of done a boost mode for the PS4 Pro, so not all games necessarily support this kind of thing, but it kind of it kind of takes advantage of the faster CPU and the double-sized GPU that's within the PS4 Pro.
Right.
So games could necessarily, look a little bit better, work a little bit better. I mean, like I was talking to someone yesterday, a good friend of mine, Hunter, who was playing No Man's Sky. With that, there's, it actually looks a lot nicer. Apparently, like the draw distance is a lot further as well. So it's actually made a noticeable difference for, his sort of gameplay experience for No Man's Sky. And I'm sure it's going to be like that for a lot of other games as well that are, the developers are going to be supporting it as such. So I think it's definitely something to keep an eye out on the boost mode kind of there.
Just a question about your friend Hunter.
Yeah.
What class did he play on World of Warcraft? Warlock. Warlock.
I don't think he even played World of Warcraft.
Oh, come on, he must have been a hunter at some point.
The other thing they've kind of done is that they've done sort of updates in some sense to the apps, like the Android and the iOS apps, where like if you necessarily get like a party invite or something like that, you can actually do like a quick reply now to be like, oh, I'll join later, sorry I can't, kind of thing, which is, a nice little addition if you're sort of in the middle of a game kind of thing and you can quickly get to your sort of like app or something like that, you can easily just quickly press it and let people know that, what you're necessarily going to be doing.
You just remind me. I have a question. So, Dean, you might know because you've got an Xbox One. But if not, Game Over Massive. So many of you out there. Please help me out. On Xbox One, if you want to message someone, like if you've just played them in a game, it used to be on an Xbox 360, you could go to the thing and it would be like your most recent people that you played. Xbox One doesn't seem to have that anywhere.
It does, but I can't remember where it is because I've seen it.
Because I find it pisses me off because like sometimes something will happen like UFC, like if I have an epic fight, I want to send a message to the guy like, yeah, good game sort of thing. But like half of them have a fucking name that's got about 17 different spaces and it's like Nuba Toy, blah 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 blah. I'm like, and then it goes, this person doesn't exist, and like by that point I've lost their name. I'm like, oh, he'll never know how good a game it was to me. So yeah, people out there, if you know,
I'll
tell the stag.
Research it and I'll
Thank you, Dean. That's why you're my PA.
Brilliant.
Advanced is mobile game. There is no player feature on that at all. They have actually just recently added usernames because it used to be that it would just be flash up right at the start of the match. And then you play a game and you'd be like, that was an amazing game, but I have no idea who this person is. But now they actually have the name in the game. But even after you play the game, there's no way to remember who it is. So even if you had a great game, you have to sort of go, who was that? Or you have to quickly write it down. And then you have to try and send them a friend invite, making sure that you remember what it is. But yes, it's massively annoying. So
I've already solved it.
Oh, you've already solved it? Go on, Dean.
If you go to where your friends is on the side tab, and then go to all, and then you go all the way to the bottom to recent players.
That doesn't come up on mine.
Doesn't mine.
That's okay. I need to look at that. There might be a tab or something I have off because that's where I kept looking because I go through all the list of people, but there's no like anything after my friends list. It might be something in my privacy settings. Maybe I have to have a look at that.
Possibly.
I just remembered the funniest moment I've had in gaming in the last 2 months. So I was playing UFC solidly, and I was drunk. So like, I decided let's get the headset on and stuff. And no one talks on UFC apart from basically people that go, yeah, fuck you, and all this stuff, and like people that are either kids or grown adults that are listening to way too loud hip hop, obviously smoking far too much weed, and so on. Until I come up against a player whose character is called Shabba Ranks. And every time he punches me, he goes, Mr. Loverman, Shabba. The whole fight, and like by round 3, I'm just dying because he doesn't lose his composure at all. Like every time I punch him, there's nothing. Like I'll block or whatever, and then he'll get a solid shot. Mr. Loverman, Shabba. I could not stop laughing, and afterwards, I literally sent him this message of just like that is the funniest moment like I've had. He goes, 99% of people lose to me purely because I'm a lover man. And I was just like, you're fucking
What a hero. What a hero. Well, I think on that note, I think we should wrap up this first cast back. It's been nice having the band back together as such. Dean, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the cast again, my man. We'll obviously get you back on again in the future for sure.
Wicked, it's nice to come on again.
Yeah, man. I suppose just quickly before we do just quickly go, Dean, how's everything going with the band, man?
It's all quiet at the moment, but we've got a gig on the 1st of April in Camden.
Oh,
we're about
nice.
to Camden with that.
So yeah, that's the only thing we got coming up.
Where are you playing in Camden?
Where are you playing in Camden?
Where are you playing in Camden? The Crownsdale Arms, which used to be the Purple Turtle. It's opposite Coco.
Ah, well there you go. Go and see Salt. Go and check him out on the old drums. But yeah, if you'd like to take part in this conversation, you can post on our Facebook wall at facebook.com/GameOverYear. You
can tweet us using @GoOverYear, and you can also follow us on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/GoOverYear.
You can subscribe to our YouTube. Our YouTube is youtube.com/user/GameOverYearUK. Or if you want to email us, we've still got the email going. It's contact@gameoveryear.net.
And don't forget the most important place where you can find all these lovely links at our website, which is gameoveryear.net. Thank you for joining us, and until next time,
Game over year.
Game over year.
Love it.